mean person is by how mean their partner is, because genuinely kind people just cannot stand for that.
I just need to meet the person to know who the partner is, and then meet the partner to know who the person is. This is a foolproof method. There's no exception here. It doesn't matter how much someone complains about their partner or their family. If they're still together, if they're still enmeshed, if they're still in each other's lives, if that person hasn't moved on eons ago to live the values they claim to have, then they are two peas in the same pod with all those toxic narcissists, racists, because someone who isn't that way wouldn't be able to exist in the same room, share finances, stare at each other, have dinner together, share babies, live in the same roof, depend on them, still depend on them, keep depending on them. As long as someone's benefiting from someone's toxicity, they're the same person. Also, if you show up to a place where there are a lot of people who are power players, they meet your spouse is a loser because you had too much ego to divorce that person or leave that person, met that person a long time ago, and you're still with them. That reflects poorly on you. You look like a fool because they're the loser who doesn't have good social cues, socially awkward, doesn't understand how they come across. Now you look like the loser, and good luck with a good business deal because it shows that you make bad judgments, you're not trustworthy. Especially if you're a victim of such a loser, then you have to be more of a loser to be with that loser. If you're not aware of all this and you're showing off this loser, then that makes you an extreme loser. So a lot can be said, and you're communicating just by having a partner or a spouse. This is how you know a spouse is a liability instead of an asset. Emotionally depending on them and thinking that person's an asset, not how capitalism, real society evaluates a person as an asset. Never surround yourself with people that dampen your reputation. Also, if you have value system, you would be following that already. The only reason somebody will see themselves as a good person is because they don't have power, so they can't do that much damage. They don't have the audacity, they don't have the boldness, they're riddled in fear. That doesn't make a person a good person. It just makes somebody who is waiting for the time where they can be careless. That's the shadow self that comes out the moment you're given power and responsibility. So you take the most oppressed person, you turn that person into a millionaire or a parent, they become the worst abusers. That's how most of you have come across abuse experiences you had. The person who abused you or people with shitty value systems were victims, so they had a victim mindset, saw themselves as a pretty good person, the world was unfair, and then the impact they had on you, they keep denying how that speaks for itself.